Hello everyone, this is Rick van Bruggen from Neo Technology, and here I am again recording a podcast session for our Neo4j Graph Database podcast. Today is a live session, which is always great. You know, it's unusual these days with Skype and everything. But today I'm here in the same room as Alistair Jones from Neo.
Hello, Rick.
Hey, good to be here, Alistair. And so today I'm going to ask Alistair to introduce himself, right? Because maybe not everyone knows you yet.
I should say welcome to London, Rick. Good to have you here. I'm Alistair Jones. I work as an engineer at Neo Technology, and I guess I'm one of the sort of old timers now. I've been around for coming up to 4 years at Neo, and I work on I'm an engineer working on the product.
Very cool. So tell us a little bit about the stuff that you're working on. I know you're one of the big guys behind the visualization elements of the browser. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, sure. So one of the big things about graphs is that they're inherently visual. It's really easy to draw a picture of them, and drawing a picture is a really clear way to get across the message of what they're about, also to see how your data is structured. And you can learn a lot from just looking at a picture of a graph. So visualization is clearly is clearly an important area. I've been interested in this from the beginning. From the first day I joined Neo, being quite a visual person, I could see that we need to do more in this area and really get into the visualization side of things. And really the stuff that I've done started to come in the Neo4j 2.0 version, which came out a year and a half ago. So yeah, that's the I was just very interested in it, and it started back. So it made it into the product about a year and a half ago, but it started back like the first month I was at Neo, and I really wanted to I was giving a talk at a conference, and I wanted to draw a picture. I looked at the tools that were out there to draw a picture, just to go on some slides. Most people use PowerPoint or some kind of drawing package, and I wanted to do something better. Yeah. And that got me into making my own tool.
Is that how you got into the Arrows project, right? That's what you host on your website, the Arrows tool, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what came out of it. Out of that exercise was a tool just to help you draw a picture of a graph. So I have this little Arrows tool on my personal website, and it was really for making these PowerPoint style pictures better than what PowerPoint can do.
Well, I can tell you, I use it all the time. It's really great. I love it. So how did you get into graphs, Alistair? You know, and what do you really love about graphs? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I really got into graphs properly on joining Neo. I mean, it was actually I knew a lot of the people who I work with still here at Neo from previous jobs, and said, hey, they were hugely excited about this. I kind of followed what was going on, and then it was like, oh well, Alistair, you should come and do some of this stuff here. You've got the right kind of things to work in the space. And then I started to, and then I came from the software direction, but with my background in consulting and helping lots of different businesses do stuff with databases in general, I could see what a good fit it was. So yeah, especially all those applications where I've struggled for a long time with building applications on top of relational databases. A lot of the modeling complexity and the technical challenges of getting things to perform in that world meant I could easily see what where the value comes from in the graph world, and having that reducing the impedance mismatch between writing software in an object-oriented language and then persisting it to the database as a graph makes an enormous difference.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's something that we've heard a couple of times already on the podcast, the modeling advantages and all those things. But it's great to sort of hear it from you from a practitioner's point of view as well. So, we want to keep these conversations quite short. So to wrap it up a little bit, where do you think it's going? What are the big things on the horizon, you think, in the graph database space?
I think it's about I think it's about adoption. I think it's about people seeing it becoming even more popular. People just going straight for graph first as the natural way to model their data. So you're making a new application, something simple, something very ambitious, and you go, oh well, obviously we'll go and look at this in a graph way first, and I think that will just accelerate everything's going on in space. The whole community around this is really going to pick up.
Any exciting new things you see on the visualization horizon?
Yeah, I think so. I think difficult to I don't really to burn myself with saying lots of exciting things are going to come up. I think in terms of what we're doing, and also in terms of what our partners do around visualization as well, is very very interesting. There's a whole product space out there, and some really really interesting research and new things coming online all the time.
Absolutely. So we've had Jean Villieu from Linkurious on the podcast already, and I'm sure we'll talk to other people as well. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I really appreciate it. It was great talking to you, as always, and I'll look forward to working with you in the future. Yeah. Cheers.